Yo, what's up, YouTube? Mr. Maniacal Mudkip here, coming at you with the deck profile of my Odd Eyes Magician deck. Post Breakers of Shadow, as you can see, I got the beautiful Sneak Peek playmat. This is my favorite playmat I have ever had. And I had a Sword Art Online playmat that I was overly fond of. The gold and black, though, looks so good. If you can get your hands on one, I would recommend. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. Magician Pendulums. Fun deck. So I got the structure deck about 2 weeks ago now, and I was like, okay, let's try to build something with this. And this is the stupidity I've come up with. And when I say stupid, I don't mean it's stupid good. I mean it's just stupid. There's no other way for me to put that other than this is a fun deck that I personally just enjoy playing. I'm having a lot of fun with it right now. But just one thing to note, it's not overly competitive. It's not meant to be overly competitive. It's just a fun deck to play. Stupid, and it allows you to literally use every single form of summoning. And when I'm talking about that, I mean Ritual, Xyz, Synchro, Fusion, and Pendulum. I might be missing one, but it uses every single form of summoning, which I think is just funny. And if you can do it, I mean, it works. It works. I was testing it out, and my friend was getting a little irritated with me with some of the plays I was doing. But anyway, let's do it. So, let's start off. We're not running 4 Wisdom Eye. We have 3 Wisdom Eye Magician. Powerful Searcher in the deck. Basically, you pop it and you can get another Magician, so it's good. It's a scale 5, so that's not super helpful, but it's Monster Effect's meh, but it's a Pendulum Effect to destroy itself and get another one. It's great. Next, for a good scale 8, we have 3 Dragon Pit Magician. Dragon Pit Magician basically is basically an MST. You discard a Pendulum monster, and you can pop a spell/trap. So it's helpful, breaks your opponent's scales, gets rid of back row, and it's really nice. So I don't have to run like 2 copies of MST. So I have 3 in the form of that. Next we have 3 Perform Pal Skullcrobat Joker. I'm honestly thinking about cutting this, not completely, cutting it down 1 or 2, because I have some other cards that I want to put in here. And honestly, I don't use it too much. It's nice to have, but it's like, it's a good 1800 beater. That's about it. Its searching ability is great because it can search pretty much everything in this deck. So that's where its uses are. Because you normal summon it, you get a search. It has an 8 scale, which is nice. But I mean, I'm not a fan of it. I don't think it's super needed. But yeah, we're running 3 of those at the moment. Keep in mind, this is also a rough build. This is not complete, and I do have a few proxies in here for the moment. But so next we have 3 Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. Odd Eyes' main focal point of the deck. It's a scale 4. It basically pops itself to search for 1500 or less Pendulum monster, and it does double damage, which is, it pairs well with some of the cards in here. So it's just it's a great card, and I mean, again, main focal point. These, we are going to pretend for the sake of it, are Zonki Magicians. I'm planning on running 3, but for the moment we have Dharma Eye Magician. Basically the reason it's in here is so that way it's a Pendulum level 7, so it gains the advantage of being a level 7 Magician and a Pendulum. So just to get some bunch of pluses, I had Chaos Hunter in here previously, so we replaced them with these, so that way I could have that little advantage. Once I get Zonki Magician, these guys are probably going to be cut out. Might keep 1 just for another level 7, but we'll see. Next we are running 2 of the, wow, this is kind of crappy quality, Noble Dragon Magician, if it wants to focus a little bit. Basically level 3 tuner, one of the only tuner magicians that we have at the moment, except there's one other in here, you'll see. But scale 5, not the best. Its monster effect is when it's in the graveyard, you target a level 7 or higher, and 7 or higher monster, lower it by 3, and you special summon it. So it's basically good for the synchro plays, which is why there's a bunch of level 7 synchros in here. It's good with Odd Eyes, it's just good with everything. It's also good discard fodder because it's used in the graveyard. It also gets shuffled in the deck when it's not being used with the Odd Eyes, so I mean, it keeps your resources. Next, we have 2 Oath Dragon Magician, good for recyclability in terms of getting stuff back from your discard, not your discard pile, the graveyard and extra deck. So it's nice and helpful to get some resources back to your hand when you don't want to just bring them to the field. Next, we have 1 Dragon Pulse Magician. I don't think we really need to run more than 1 at the moment because we have enough low scales. So it's just a nice card to have. Pops monsters, by the way. And that should have been in the very back, but 2 Tuning Magician. This is the new card from Breakers of Shadow. Really helpful. It's a fun card. It's level 1 tuner, and if you can special summon from your hand or graveyard, if you have 2 magicians, so that's beautiful. But advantages when it leaves the field, but that's not important. Opens up plays with level 8 synchros and any like level 5s a lot, and there's a lot of different stuff you can do with it. It's a great card. I would definitely suggest running it too if you do more synchro. This is where this deck gets funny. So we have 2 for the last of the monsters. We have 2 Odd Eyes Gravity Dragon. Basically, this thing is like Red Eyes Flare Metal, except I think it has a bigger body, and it bounces all spells and traps when it's summoned, and that can't be negated. I believe that's this one. Yeah, you can't respond to it. You bounce all your spells and traps, and every time they want to activate a card, they got to pay 500 life points. So just stupid fun. I love it. Next, we are rolling with 3 Pendulum Call. Basically, good searcher. You discard a card, get 2 magicians with different names. This is where discarding either Tuning Magician or the other Noble Dragon Magician is good because you can still use them and you get free searches. The only thing is you can't activate your Magician Pendulum's effect in the Pendulum Zone. That's about it. That's the only downside with that. Anyway, we have 2 Sky Iris to protect our Pendulum Zones and search for an Odd Eyes when we need to because we have 5 targets for Odd Eyes. So that's helpful. 2 Odd Eyes Advent because, you know, being able to use those fancy cards in there, those Odd Eyes Gravities, is helpful. Plus, if your opponent controls 2 monsters and you control no monsters, you can use Odd Eyes cards from your extra deck, which is really funny and stupid. And when I told my friend that, he was like, I hate you. Okay, so next we have 2 Odd Eyes Fusion. $30 card. I had to trade a lot of stuff for this today. But I think it was worth it in the end. So yeah, we're rolling 2 of these. These are really good. Lets you get your Odd Eyes, and if your opponent... Is this one like same thing? If your opponent controls 2 or more monsters and you control no monsters, yeah, you can use up to 2 Odd Eyes you control. I think it's the exact same with Advent. Yeah, you can use an Odd Eyes from the extra deck as fusion materials. So really funny and stupid card. I love it, and allows access to Vortex and Rune Eyes. Sorry, my pinky wanted to get in the camera shot. Rest of the spells in here, we have 3 more spells. 1 Pot of Riches. I want to cut out either Summoner's Art or something else for it. But 1 Pot of Riches in the moment gets your recyclability. I focus a lot on recyclability in this deck, just because I feel like I run out of resources with the way I have it built, and I need to work on my consistency with it as well. But yeah, we have 1 Pot of Riches. Then we have 1 Summoner's Art. Now, Summoner's Art is just a good card. Allows you to get your Dragon Pit or Pulse, basically. So it's basically a free search for that. Actually, no, it only allows you to get Dragon Pit because it's level 5 or higher normal monsters. And then, yeah. Finally, 1 Twin Twister, another card from Breakage of Shadow. Really good. Discard a card, target 2 spells and traps, destroy it. And again, with a dragon, with the Noble Dragon and Tuning Magician, it's literally just, it's free. It's basically for free. And now we have a few traps in here that are one-ofs. Jar of Avarice, probably take this out for a Pot of Riches. Honestly, it's not bad, but it's not anything I need. 1 Torrential Tribute. Good card. I mean, you really don't lose anything if you have a field of pendulums, so, like, your opponent special summons a bunch of less stuff, and then you go like, nope, it's all gone. Take away everything you love. Vanity's Emptiness, good for stopping your opponent's plays when you have a crazy field set up, and if you have, like, Odd Eyes Gravity out, and then they're going to pay life points to destroy this, and then they're going to have to pay more life points and all that, so it's just funny. 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, just still a good card. I mean, if your opponent pendulum summons or does anything stupid, you can just be like, nope, it's all gone now. Go ahead and cry in a corner. And I'll probably be cutting this out for Zonki Magician. Compulse, it's not bad, but Zonki is going to be a little better, so we're going to pretend this is a Zonki. But for now, Compulse. Again, this deck isn't complete. The rest of the cards hopefully coming in on Monday. Now we shall move on to the extra deck. So in my stupid little extra deck, we run 2 Odd Eyes Absolute. Now, a funny play I was doing, I overlaid not Vortex, I did at one point, but I overlaid Gravity into something else to make this. And so what I did was, on my opponent, it was like, on my turn, I attacked with Wisdom Eye. I negated Wisdom Eye's attack by sending the other one to the graveyard. I special summoned him. I special summoned my guy back, got rid of all spells and traps. And then I just went and started swinging for damage. And he killed himself. He had pretty much killed himself next turn. Paid a lot of life points just to be able to do stuff. So that was it's a good play. But yeah, it allows you to special summon your Odd Eyes pretty easily. 1 number 11 Big Eye. Stealing your opponent's monsters is fun. 1 Dark Rebellion Disease Dragon, just because you run a few 4s in here, so it's nice to have to be able to use those pretty effectively. Oh, that's cool. That feature zooms in on cards, I guess. Yep, let's focus. Sweet. Yeah, so 1 Dark Rebellion, and then 1 Castel. And that's going to round off against these monsters. Synchros. We have 1 Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon. Allows for some pretty cool rank 7 plays, actually, with its ability. So 1 Black Rose, self-explanatory. 1 Michael. Banishing stuff is fun, and then you can... I usually don't keep it on this turn, on the field the same turn, so I'll overlay into Absolute with it if I can. If not, then I mean, it is what it is. 1 Clear Wing. Oh, you can actually see the picture there. So yeah, 1 Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. Good for protecting your monsters. This is where another card from Breakers of Shadow, Enlightenment Paladin. So, as you can see, it's also the cover card for Breakers of Shadow. Basically, what this guy does, he is Magician of Black Chaos, I believe. He is Dark Magician of Chaos. He allows you to get a spell card when you use a Magician Pendulum as one of the materials. And then he gains... when this card destroys a monster by battle, you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack. So, yeah, stupidly fun. I love it. And then we have 1 more level 8, Stardust Dragon. It's just a good level 8. And then for fun, I have a Star Eater in here because it's possible to make and it can screw over your opponent. I haven't made it yet, but I will. And when I do, my opponent will cry because they'll be like, why did you do that? And rounding it off, we have 1 Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon and then 2 Rune Eyes. I want to take out 1 Rune Eyes for another Vortex, but for the moment, I got the Rune Eyes, but pretty much I have this deck how I want it at the moment. As soon as I have a... Actually, let me correct that. I'm going to be definitely taking out 1 Rune Eyes for Red Eyes Flare Metal. That's going to be coming in. Another card I'll be taking out up here. I will probably be taking out... Which one was it? I think I'll be taking out Castel, because again, I'll have a Red Eyes Flare Metal, and I also have Dark Rebellion, Odd Eyes Rebellion Dragon coming in. So I'll be taking out Castel, and probably Michael. Those will be the 2 cards I take out for those, and then I'll have a Vortex in for Odd Eye, for Rune Eyes. But yeah, that is my Magician Pendulum Odd Eyes Stupidity deck profile. This deck can do every single form of summoning, which is funny, and allows you to utilize some interesting combinations of cards. Yeah, it's not complete yet, but when it is, I will possibly do an updated deck profile, but my friend Ed, he does want me to do a deck profile on his channel for it, so his channel is the Delinquent Duo, if you want to check that out, and you'll probably see my full deck profile up here in the next coming week. But in the meantime, thank you guys for watching. If you like, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bask in the beauty of the display mat.